Okay, Bob, in moving the G major chord to the B dominant, there are a few different ways to do it, so we'll explore a few of those, and that'll give you a few different things you can choose from. In moving the C major to the C minor, that is pretty straightforward, and I'm going to show you basically one way to deal with that because I think that that'll be very effective and very simple for you. So first off, here is the G major chord with fingers 1, 2, and 3. I make a mental note of where my first finger is because I know that I'm going to be moving my second finger to that location. And as I do that, I'm going to release the other fingers, changing where my third finger was to finger number 4, and then fingers 1 and 3 can naturally relax down into the B dominant chord. So once again, that movement is fingers 1, 2, 3 on the G, reminding myself of where my second finger is going to move to, moving my second finger to that location and replacing the third finger with the fourth finger, then relaxing the first and third fingers into their respective arches, coming straight down to the fretboard where they already are for the root 5 B7. Now, if I happen to choose to use the fourth finger as a guide finger, then I can do a 2, 3, 4 fingering with my left hand on the G chord, and then I can keep the second finger exactly where it is while I release the third finger, guide the fourth finger down, a little bit of elbow out there, and then gently arch my first and third fingers down for the B7. So that is another option. The second finger stays where it is, the fourth finger becomes a guide finger. So here I am again, 2, 3, 4. Second finger stays where it is, third finger releases, fourth finger guides, 1 and 3 arch down gently into the B dominant. Very simple movement. Just do it very slowly, a few times, back and forth, without actually playing the chord, which is called dry planting, and that might be something that gives you the muscle memory to feel it and understand it. Also, if you are using the 1, 2 fingering here, there's no reason why you can't replace the third finger with the fourth finger if you feel comfortable with that. And then the fourth finger still becomes a guide finger, and the first finger still is a finger that reminds you where your second finger is going to go. So, you know, moving from one chord to another in most cases is not necessarily about speed, although a lot of people say, well, I can't move there fast enough. That's a normal thing. Everybody will gravitate towards I can't move there fast enough, but the reality is probably a little bit of preparation in how to move from one chord to another chord using logic and very simple details of what you're actually already touching as if they're mile markers. So anyways, if we go to the C major chord, root 5 C major chord, and we're going to go to a C minor chord in the case of this song that we're playing, the first and third fingers are already in the correct shape for the C minor chord. So notice that my third finger is going to move up a whole step and higher one string, while the first finger is also moving up a whole step and moving up one string higher as well. So the relationship of that movement is extremely simple. And here it is. There they are. That quick, that simple, that easy. Finger number 2 comes to string number 2, finger number 4 comes to string number 3, and there's your C minor. So no big deal there. From the C major, root 5 C major, you're going to finger 3 and 1, and then letting the 3 and 4 naturally arch down in a very similar fashion as what happened with the B7. So hopefully this will be helpful to you in regards to these two different chord movements. The G major to the B dominant via knowing where finger number 1 is telling finger number 2 it's going to be going, and then as you go there, replacing the third finger with the fourth finger and gently arching the 1 and 3 down, or using the fourth finger as a guide finger and a 2, 3, 4 fingering, then releasing the 3, guiding the 4, and bringing the fingers in with their arches. And the third option on that 1, 2, and 4, and then using 4 as a guide finger, and still using finger 1 as a reminder of where that second finger is going to go, and then the other fingers arching down gently. And then one final time on the C major, fingers 3 and 1 moving up a whole step and higher one string, meaning that direction. Up a whole step and higher one string, the third and fourth fingers arching down gently. Finger 2 takes string 2, finger 4 takes string 3. One more time on that one. Or, no, just kidding. Okay, please let me know if this works for you. I'm going to go ahead and get this loaded up for you. Have a good night, man.